Hi, I'm Desi Carlos. I'm the principal dietitian at Tree of Life Nutrition. I just wanted to take this opportunity to wish you and your families a very Merry Christmas and also a very blessed and healthy New Year 2023. Oftentimes we're asked, how do we get through this Christmas period without affecting our health and affecting our weight? So here are a couple of my Christmas tips. Firstly, don't let people top up your drink, so to speak. Always finish the drink and then go and get another one. Try and keep to obviously your 2 to 4 maximum drinks if you can, remembering that 1 glass of wine is actually the same as having 2 gin or vodka and sodas. So whatever your preference is, that can work quite well. Or perhaps 2 low alcohol beers is the equivalent to a glass of wine. So you can pick your drink, just enjoy it, but be in control. So maybe even having a non-alcoholic drink like a soda or a mineral water with some lemon or lime in it in between each alcoholic drink. Stay away from the hors d'oeuvres table, like socialize away from there. Try and portion control what you're going to have. So have a look at what's on offer and maybe just pick the things that you'd like to have and put them on your plate and stick to that. The other thing is try not to be extremely hungry before you go to an event. So perhaps actually having something to eat before you go along would be also an excellent thing. And remembering to be as active as possible during the Christmas period. But most importantly, enjoy this time with your family and friends and colleagues, because that's what Christmas is all about. Food is a big part of that. So it's important to enjoy it, but try and make as healthy choices as you can so that you're not feeling so guilty the next day. I'm sure you'll make the right choices. For me, Christmas is all about spending time with my family, including my extended family. And as you know, I'm of Greek origin, so Christmas is a big time of the year. We love to catch up, and our catch-ups are based around food. And so we would start off our day with oysters and prawns and fresh seafood. And then we would go into souvla, which is basically lamb on the spit, with a multitude of Greek variations of salads. Try and keep your dressings to a minimum, or choose healthy dressings. And for dessert, like beautiful Queensland fresh fruit, like you can't go beyond that. One of my favorite things is mango, of course, and watermelon. I mean, you can't really do better than that. And so look, Christmas is an amazing thing. Remember, it's Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Enjoy it. Don't worry too much about food. But try and get back on track as soon as you can after Boxing Day. So enjoy it with your family, your friends, and your loved ones. Have a very Merry Christmas, everybody, from the team at Tree of Life Nutrition.
It's Eleni, one of your Tree of Life Nutrition dietitians, and I'm back with my final video of the year, which is a pretty scary thought, and we're going to touch on a couple of different Christmas tips. So my first tip is to do salad dressings. I'm finding this year amongst patients, they're sticking to a lot of protein and a bunch of different salads, but we can still be quite careful with salads with still enjoying them, and this is where dressings become involved. Stick to our basics, our really good quality extra virgin olive oil, play with the taste of vinegars, play with lemon juice, mustard, play with Greek yogurt as a creamy base dressing, or avocado as a green goddess dressing, herbs and spices without the need of salt. So we can play with back to basics dressings rather than heavy, saturated fat and creamy base dressings that can make us feel a little bit sluggish and making us feel a little bit overloaded, even through a light salad. The second tip amongst your salads is do your dressing on the side. So prepare it in a separate bowl and then pour it on your salad. Might sound a bit tedious, but you have so much more control over your quantities in that case, and you can taste test a little bit better rather than just pouring it straight over the salad as you go along. And secondly, I've got a tip about portion control. Everything in moderation, okay? So what we can do is control our portions, because in some cases we don't have control over what's put in front of us during this festive season, not just Christmas Day. Start small and build. So if you start with a smaller portion, it allows yourself to have that portion, take a break, think about if you're full and content. If you're genuinely still hungry, by all means, go and get a little bit more food. But by going the opposite way and starting with a really heavy plate, we've taken away that opportunity for us to even have a think about that, because 9 times out of 10, we will finish our plates. We don't like wastage. So start small and build, because you can build, you can't take away. So there's a couple of little quick Christmas tips, but above everything, enjoy yourselves, everything in moderation, still, so that we can still be in line with our goals that we've had all year round and the great progress that you've all made as well. So from me, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, stay safe and healthy, and I will see you in the new year.
Hi everyone, it's Eleni here, dietitian from Tree of Life Nutrition. I'm just jumping on to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Just thought I would share a few of my little tips and tricks for getting through dessert time at your upcoming Christmas parties. So my first tip, and probably the biggest one, is to make sure that you are using a smaller plate. So usually at Christmas parties, you've got the bigger size of plates and then those smaller round ones. So just opt for the smaller plate, and that will help you to manage your portion size a little bit better. The next tip is to offer to bring a fruit platter. So that way you know you've got some healthy options there, and you can pop all of your favorite seasonal fruit and little goodies on there for you to enjoy. The next tip I have is to think about the proportions of each fruit on your plate. So start with the lovely fruit platter that you brought and fill up half of your plate with fruit. Beautiful, fresh seasonal fruit. We've got amazing fruit in Queensland, so show it off and enjoy it on Christmas time. Then the rest of your plate, feel free to take all of the little things that you enjoy from the dessert table, but take smaller portions. So one piece of cake you might half into a smaller portion, or you might do half of a slice, or only a quarter of a piece of slice, only one rum ball, and sort of half your portions, minimize your portions, but still get to enjoy all of the sweets that you love to eat at Christmas time. And the next thing that brings me to is mindful eating. So when you sit down to enjoy that plate of food, making sure that you are, eating slowly, you're chewing your food properly, you're thinking about the food, you're enjoying the flavors, you're enjoying the company, you're talking, you're socializing, and you're not scoffing down the food. You're just enjoying all of the lovely flavors of Christmas. The next tip would be to enjoy your lovely plate and not go back for seconds. So if there's any leftovers, take them home, portion them out throughout the week, and enjoy small portions as you go through. So hopefully that helps you get through the Christmas season, and I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Thank you.